October 15th, 2025. The morning sun rose over Kochi, India, casting long shadows across an Ayurvedic retreat. Raila Amolo Odinga, 80 years old, took his final steps on this earth during a morning walk. His heart, which had beaten through decades of struggle, imprisonment, and defiance, stopped at 9:52 a.m. Indian time. The man who never became president had finally fallen. But his story began in the shadows of colonial Kenya, in a family destined to challenge power itself. January 7th, 1945, Maseno, Kenya. A child was born into revolution. His father, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, would become Kenya's first vice president. But more than that, he would become the nation's first major opposition figure, a man who dared to say no to Jomo Kenyatta himself. Young Raila grew up watching power and watching what happens when you challenge it. He attended Kisumu Union Primary, then Miranda High School. But in 1962, his father made a fateful decision. He sent 17-year-old Raila to East Germany, behind the Iron Curtain, to a world of socialist ideals and revolutionary thought. At Leipzig's Herder Institute, then Magdeburg Technical University, Raila studied mechanical engineering. But he learned something far more dangerous. He learned that systems can be dismantled, rebuilt, overthrown. 1970, he returned home with a master's degree and with ideas that would mark him for life.
1997. He ran for president. He lost. 2002. He ran again. Defeated. 2007. The election that changed everything. Raila won the popular vote by hundreds of thousands. The results were announced differently. The country exploded into violence. Over 1,000 Kenyans died in the chaos. Kenya stood at the edge of civil war. International mediators intervened. A power-sharing deal was brokered. Raila became prime minister in 2008, serving until 2013. Not a victory, a compromise, a consolation prize for stolen triumph. 2013. He ran again, lost. 2017. He ran a fifth time. Again, disputed results. Again, the Supreme Court actually nullified the election, an unprecedented move. A re-vote was held. Raila boycotted it. His opponent won by default. 5 times. 5 times he reached for the presidency. 5 times it slipped through his fingers. Some called him a perpetual loser. Others called him the people's champion, cheated by a corrupt system at every turn. Then, something unexpected happened. 2018. In a stunning move, Raila Odinga shook hands with his rival, President Uhuru Kenyatta, in what became known as the handshake. The eternal opposition leader joined the establishment. Some saw wisdom, others saw betrayal. In 2022, he ran one more time, now with the establishment's backing. He lost again to William Ruto, the man who had helped him in previous elections. The irony was suffocating. But Raila didn't disappear. Instead, he did something that shocked everyone. He supported Ruto's government. He backed the same man who defeated him. In 2024, he began campaigning to become chairperson of the African Union Commission. The revolutionary had become a statesman. The opposition leader had made peace with power. But was it wisdom?
October 15th, 2025. In a hospital in India, far from the Kenya he fought for his entire life, Raila Odinga's heart stopped after a cardiac arrest. He had traveled there after suffering a stroke, seeking treatment for an undisclosed condition. He leaves behind his wife, Ida Oyo Odinga, and 4 children. He leaves behind a political party, the Orange Democratic Movement. He leaves behind millions who saw him as their voice. But what else does he leave behind? A legacy of resilience or stubborn refusal to adapt? A hero of democracy or a man who couldn't let go? The man who never became president has now become immortal in death. His story, once written in prison cells and ballot controversies, is now written in history. Kenya mourns today. The opposition has lost its eternal champion. But in his absence, one question echoes through the streets of Nairobi. Who will dare to say no to power now?